all in a day's work. February 23, 11:56 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Still don't know what's going on in court number 1. Don't know why that's important. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, salmon-pilled. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Salmon grind set. Something's wrong with you when you start saying, like, pilled. Yeah, I'm lawyer pilled. What the fuck does that mean? Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister, anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn the trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. But for all we know, that cloth could just be more incriminating evidence. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola! Not this asshole. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a young'un, at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the whole ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That ought to slip out. Fuck! That ought to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days. All the police I've seen these last 2 days have really been on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's tasting mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall, the whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. He wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't let you speed off. I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. Creepy. I saw her that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? Like the awards ceremony. Edward's seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf, so it should be inconsequential. So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. She could have just taken a guess. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. Why couldn't it have been gumshoe? So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? Shit. If it takes us, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. He's pissed. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue. Your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. Ah, just like me in my first trial. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What are you, a what, Padre? What's more, your eyes aren't focused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with his trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. It seems our prosecutor's quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? He's the killer. What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filmed that corner. You know who this guy reminds me of? Excuse me for dropping in. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. What? Degrees of what? Celsius? Fahrenheit? Kelvin? Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you. Stop. Say something. Oh. Sorry I'm late, Richie. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Udgy? Oh, you swim much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax. That's right, he sounds like fucking Winston. Best character from Overwatch. Winston from Overwatch. Are you with me? Udgy. I'm assuming his full name is like Judge Udgeworth. He's Udgeworth. Yes, indeed. Udgy. Seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but, who are you? So you're Wright, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. No, thank you. Little worthy. Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? This guy, chief of police. This is the guy. You're the one who keeps cutting Gumshoe's salary. He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. You are the one who's docking his pay. Give him a raise. Name's Gott. Damon Gott. Pleased to meet you, everyone. I don't get it. But his beard looks like a seashell. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by braiding this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So the star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, this guy really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. Did I do this voice for anyone else? Let's see. Like, it's probably the voice someone would do for the judge, but maybe rise an octave. Like, Mr. Wright, are you? Yeah, that's the voice I usually hear for this, but I'm doing, like, a bit, I kind of like an old Professor Layton vibe. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. That's the real murder weapon. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth. How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. Go find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. Haha, now he's getting a pay cut. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. I can't wait for this guy to leave, because doing his voice, it's messing me up, because that's similar to the voice I'm doing for the judge. Gah. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I won't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Wear gloves. You always wear gloves when handling evidence. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Okay. Oh, it's automatic. The game's playing itself. Careful. Wait a minute. SL92. You see? Is that the serial number? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 of the DL6 incident fame. But it's strange. Oh, what is? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this somehow. Not important. Wah! Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark-red stain. Blood? Yep, that's blood. A positive. Found at the crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. I hate this guy. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department scene. What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? That's not true. He died within an hour and a half. It would have been 5:30 p.m. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. But this case, this is the murder case, the case of the murder of, Detective Goodman. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Archie. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. No, it was an hour and a half. 15 isn't half of an hour. Anyway, we at the department were all aflustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright? 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. That's what the opening meant. The chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, how many people die per second every day? I like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, Keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Wait, which case? I'm still being... but if I... Oh well. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Excuse me. Special? How'd you come by this particular knife anywhere else? Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodness chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery is wrapped in something. A muffler. Unless there's how to prove the connection between this knife and Goodman. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. SL92. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's upside down. This is 221 SL9. And the time of death 221. Oh my god. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should represent the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. So everything is down at the department. Hold on. I have evidence. Yeah! Wait a second. At last, an honest to goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? An honest to goodness, what do you mean? From Archie. This is great. I really hate this guy. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL-92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7S 12-12/2? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn around and what do you get? Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Oh. Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that's written on the knife stack. Order. Well, Chief? Oh, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? Oh, he's playing Phoenix Wright. Bullshit evolved. Only on Nintendo Wii, and PS3 and Xbox 360 and PlayStation. This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Oh, now he's telling us about... Okay. So this knife was stolen. Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, Littleworthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. wrapped in a muffler. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Wright, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. We're busy much with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. Suppose I could help, if you help me by giving me a data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing, and one thing only. How the victim was killed, where the victim was found, when the victim died. We know how the victim was killed. It was with a knife. We know when the victim died, it was 5:15. Where was the victim found? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room. Wait a second. I have heard that. Evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? The knife was evidence case stolen from the department's evidence room. That's why it has that tag on it. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Are you certain? Yabba dabba dooba. Well, that ain't it. The prosecutor's office entered a lot of... What was it? What was it that proves these two cases are linked? No. Evidence room. It's not officially linked to this case here, so I can't. Chief, did I just have to press him? The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Miss Wright. You see, it's too similar. God damn it. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention, the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair.
I hate this guy.
It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here.
Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department.
See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet, and all.
Can we get the information unofficially?
Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all.
What? Really? Who would have guessed?
I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay?
We just have to keep pressing. If they're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything?
Oh, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly.
Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of it. Victims division. I think the ID numbers should be important because that'll tell us all we need. Okay. How about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all.
You keep a tight lid on ID numbers, don't go getting your hopes up.
The number is
584-2189.
But that's the same as Goodman.
Well, that's quite long. And you have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 582. I can't do it.
You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
The ID number of the victim at the police department. 582. It does. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think.
Meaning?
It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
Well, let's see what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you?
Witness.
What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
No, why, it's just, I got confused. And this is news. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Just come out. Just come. The police department. The prosecutor's office. 2 places. 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh, is it yours?
No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember?
I forgot.
This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
Shame on you, Wright. Personnel IDs are top secret.
Well, he's dead and it was just lying there. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189.
And this means what exactly?
Huh?
Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I forgot.
You didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of the police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, Wright.
What does this...
That is not an objection. That is a hold it. Mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that?
Oh, sharp as a tack, Wright. Oh, sharp as a tack. Oh. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. Between 5:15. How do we know he was killed at 5:15? It's just a guess because it's between 5. It's right in the middle of. Okay. In the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we are saying is the same person was killed at the same time and in a completely different location. The body was moved.
Order! Order! Chief, what does this mean?
Well, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case.
Now, just wait a second, Willie. No need to get all flustered.
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case.
Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight. The grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours.
What?
How dare. We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news.
Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have you heard that name before? Wait. Aha! Okay, let's see. Excuse me, but it's Mr. Edgeworth, and we're on the premises. I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir.
You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe.
But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident.
Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report.
See, that's your problem, Edgeworth. You rely on witness testimonies and not on evidence. You never check the evidence. Why didn't your officer tell me? Why didn't you check? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. See, if Phoenix Wright was the prosecutor, he'd have looked at it and said, "Hey, Officer Meekins, your testimony contradicts the evidence." He did seem challenged.
In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
But sir, could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I...
No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. Oh!
What?
Now, what was the second rule of evidence?
Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, true. An officer's evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Ah, so that's why Phoenix can get away with presenting all this evidence he has in his pockets, because he's able to prove that it's relevant to the case. Okay. How is this relevant?
Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court.
It's also kind of sounding like Freddy Fazbear.
Vanessa, I forgot.
Freddy, you're supposed to be on lockdown.
Vanessa, I've been invited to Smash.
Freddy, you're supposed to be on lockdown.
Vanessa, I'm working. I make the spackle. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy.
Huh? I was just doing my job.
No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, what with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
Mr. Ashworth, please, just give me one day.
I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do.
You'd better get results this time, really.
You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court.
I mean, we had, like, you got, like,
I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive.
He's gonna get a pay cut.
Very well. Court is adjourned.
Ugh. It's only been 37 minutes. We're gonna finish this case today. I hope. We're gonna finish at least. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. No, he died in the police department's evidence room. He was moved to the parking lot, you dumbass. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. Well, if we can just prove that Bruce Goodman was killed there, that should prove our client's innocence, right? A Bremen class of spiders. That's not it at all. It's just, like, yeah, I don't get along with my siblings, but I'd never accuse them of murder. I'd never assume that they did murder. I'd never do that. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Phoenix, you're the one who's hanging out with this high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testin fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. Really now. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Especially the police. Never trust them. Just give it a try. Me, why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. The legal drinking age in Japan, it's like, I think it's 20. It's either 20 or 19. I don't know. It's lower than 21. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Whoa. If you test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. Or I can just tap. I wonder if this was, the microphone usage. Oh my god, oh my god! I can see your eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a blood stain? It's so... Ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this, scientifically? I'm assuming the location. The bloodstain's location, of course. It's elementary. Huh? Why is that elementary? I mean, I would think that if there was a fight, you'd expect some bloodstains there. I suppose I might think that. Come on, Mr. Wright, we're all counting on you. There is something odd about this bloodstain. But if it's not the location of the blood, then maybe it's the amount of blood that's odd? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to be more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find the bloodstain, okay? Good idea. See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy, too. I don't know. She's a forensic... Yeah. Miles would really benefit from having her around. She's his mentor's sister. She could be Miles's Maya. But now, Miles does get his own version of Maya in, Ace Attorney Investigations. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Should have spent it on Pokemon cards. From very proud-looking Emma Sky. That's adorable. Emma's becoming my favorite character. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Yeah, then let's drag the hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? This is just a regular day for Phoenix. I guess I should get this to spray on anything suspicious. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead doesn't really get my mouth watering. Lead-in. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. Ahaha. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough to see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the defense from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Yeah, but at that point, he would have been dead. So, like, maybe it's just... So, my previous theory of Angel killing, that's unlikely, but... So my previous theory of Angel trying to frame Edgeworth and then Lana taking the fall for Edgeworth's sake, that's... I guess that got shot down. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? Someone used a marker to write their name on this, in the sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go. Well, you never know when something might go down. So what kind of world do you think we live in? We live in a world where anyone can get framed for murder at any minute. And, like, they'll go to jail unless they have an ace attorney. Like, before Phoenix Wright came along, the only competent lawyers, apparently, were, I forgot the name of the fat guy with the mustache. But him and Mia. So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hard on a criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up. They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Lucifer was the most beautiful of the angels. I would know. I actually once defended him in court. That's why they call me the devil's advocate. Every day, I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the Coffin Queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go, fired, sacked. I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's getting a bit loud, but I also don't want my voice to drown out the music. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. SL9? Psycho Mantis? She doesn't mean... I wonder... Oh, oh no, I wanted to... Take that. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident, it's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? Yeah, no, my theory's just gone far more. Why would she kill someone who probably was a colleague? The knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transfer the very day that Goodman was killed. as I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Take that. No! She doesn't. She ain't gonna. But it's the same idea as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I'm telling you, the body was moved. Like, why do you think someone used Edgeworth's car to move it? Why do you think? Okay, new theory. Lana Skye, she was blackmailed into moving the body from the police department to the, prosecutor parking lot. Oh, ooh-wee. And then takes the fall for it. She moved the body. She, stabbed it with Edgeworth's knife to get, you know, get the murder weapon. Someone was blackmailing her. Oh! Blood on the phone. This blood must be from when Lana... No, my sister isn't the murderer. But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? On her phone. And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? It says nothing to do with taking sides. So this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. Nothing on the ladder. Nothing on this. Okay, I think I've gotten all the blood I can. Don't want another Edgeworth case accident where like I'm stuck talking to Edgeworth for 30 minutes. Present everything. Everything new. Forget it, I don't want to talk to her. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room. The scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. How are any of these people, like... Yeah, my head's also hurting, Emma, because everyone in this case is an idiot. That man is... Let's go check out the police department crime scene. You sound dead set on investigating, but don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's gonna help us much either. What? Why can't I go to the evidence room? 'Cause that's where the murder happened, in the evidence room. Oh, great, it's this guy. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. Oh my god. Security cameras. 5 nights at Freddy's. That's a lot of booze. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? Sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. Cacti, the most tsundere of plants. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? Speak to the devil and he will show up. I have a feeling I know who he is already. What the heck is that? Look, on the floor, a lasso. Huh, looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap? Here? Wait, I know! Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed! You sure have an active imagination. Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. Ah, she's also a tsundere. I'm not sure, sir, I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. What? But the booze. You can't examine the booze? Video feed from the evidence. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says, recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. This swing door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would follow through. Ouch! I'd say it'd be more of a yarr myself. Texas. The evidence room was beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we'd need someone's permission to go in there first. Oh, right. Well, let's see if... Where's Gumshoe? Columbo. Look, that patrolman is looking good. You idiot, what were you thinking? Where's your head? Sir, it's right here, sir. I guess he wasn't saluting, he was showing the detective where his head was. Make a good pair. 911. So this is in America. United States. You know, Mr. Wright, I always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. Well, I think they're police sketches. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they'd already arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. Maybe it was Sky? Like, maybe that's why? The real reason why Angel was sent there? Because of, Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. But I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edward's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Why can't I just... Damn. Shoot. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. No, you couldn't have, because we clearly see the wire. Oh, you mean what? You could have. So you went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's stupid. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. So you lied. So, to make it more believable. What? Just like that time. That time. Okay, now I can ask her about the incident. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago. It was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary. It was solved quite clearly. The criminal was caught and executed. Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. Doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find such decisive evidence, not a shred. Don't tell me that actually happens in Japan. Like, you get indicted for one murder, you die, they just kill you? Oh my god. The criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made-up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. one of those. Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be... Gumshoe? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oh. Oops! I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. What does Goodman have to do with this? As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over, and he was demoted. Ah, so he was one of the people on the case. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. Why wasn't Goodman demoted? You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. Man, you know... Did they really expect me to feel more sorry for the detectives than for the innocent man who was executed and his grieving family? And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie, what? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. Oh boy, hamburgers. Salisbury steak lunch. I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Officer Marshall. Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his...
Are you going out?
Are you naked? Why do you want to know?
I've never kissed a boy before.
I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister and made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was detective. But now he's so cold. Yeah, alcohol. He's an alcoholic. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please. Huh? Wasn't that...
One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you.
Detective Gumshoe.
Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking.
Now's no time for the theft. We caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence.
The criminal? You mean...
You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence, right, pal?
The same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot.
It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch, pronto. Standing around here talking is gonna fill my belly.
Now that's the question. Wait, don't leave.
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later.
Because the penalty for murder is death? One murder, and you die. It's supposed to be a deterrent. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Like in the anime, it's just life in prison. Which is... oh boy. That one line, he was executed, just made this entire series so damn bleak. Anyway, let's go here. Oh. Let's examine the steak. Let's see. Ingredients. Meat. She must mean beef. She probably just wrote it generically. Yeah. Let's hope so. Otherwise, she'll be sued. Of course, as a scientist, I have to check what additives she used. Go to town. Huh? It says here, hours of sweat and labor. So that's why the sauce is so salty. Ew. A pat of butter. Wow, my mouth is watering. I can almost hear the sound of steak frying on the grill. No doubt it's all cold and tough by now. No, I'm sure it's delicious. Miss Star poured her heart into making this. So long as she didn't put any other organs in there. Ew. Rotate a steak in your head. In your mind. Well, Marshall isn't here, so... maybe I am supposed to give it to... Gumshoe. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. Your sister might die. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Let's not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. I say I was the one perpetrated against her. That's what I'd say. It's weekend. Hi, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? Oh, boy. I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins. So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir. How should I say this? Stop misgendering my co-counsel. Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meekins. You didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reported, sir. He's the perp. What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Oh my god, he's also saluting in his fucking... Let's spray you with this. Aww. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs. Sir! Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room. Sir! The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir! So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir! Because the evidence is kept in the room. Evidence room, sir! Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir! A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir! A suspicious person! Yeah, wow! What the heck is this guy doing? I think he's crazy. So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went wet. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? That's called a coma. Might I ask, what happened to your hand?
Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could do to wrap it up, sir.
A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. What the hell is going on? First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. About your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime?
Well, you see, sir.
Don't you think you should just confess?
But, but, there was nothing I could do.
Nothing you could do.
Sir, to tell the truth, sir, what had happened? When the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir.
Wait,
And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious.
The next thing you knew, you were... Huh?
Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. All alone. Because Detective Goodman has disappeared.
What?
Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock! Oh, the sorrow! Sir, can you imagine how I felt?
The victim's body disappeared? Knew it! God, it took you so long. Took you long enough. That's some story. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? No, he didn't. Look at him. He couldn't.
Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim.
I would, but you happen to be in detention. And alive and well at that.
Oh, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that.
Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman?
Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily toward the total stranger side.
So, you didn't know him?
Sir, I'm working in the training department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives.
So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him?
Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir.
At least someone around is more confused than I am. So, let's see. Detective Goodman, he attacks Meekins, stabs his hand, then he dies. I don't know who. Someone else stabbed him. First knife.
I'm scared of knives, sir.
It's okay, just wanted you to take a look at it.
That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. It was an apple. I was an apple, sir. In my dream, sir. And I was being peeled.
What? On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Show him the other knife. Officer Meekins, this is for you.
I'm scared of knives, sir.
It's okay, I just wanted to take a look at it.
That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir. In my dreams, sir. And I was being peeled.
That is horrifying. What do you know about us, Elfsmart? Did you know that I'm a lawyer? Officer Meekins, have a look at this.
Go ahead, sir. Laugh. Laugh at me, sir.
Ha ha. Huh?
I know what you want to say. You're going to tell me how she had one just like it.
What? Me? Why would I?
I know, sir. I know. I'm the only one without a girl with matching badges.
What?
Nowhere. I'm alone, all alone. Is that so wrong? Life isn't all about high school sweethearts and youth romance.
Nothing about this guy makes sense. Is he talking about those badges on her coat? I'd like to think there's a difference between my badge and a fashion accessory. You know what? I'm not getting anything out of this. Bozo. This fucking... This guy's... weird. I guess I still have to talk to him about some Goodman. Do you think you could take a look at this?
Hey, that's it, sir. That's it. That's it.
That's what.
My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir.
You mean you remember what happened?
Correct. That card. That card was the cause of it all.
This ID card.
Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing.
I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Can you tell me, Diz, what you do remember?
Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman. A little lost lamb, if you will.
Yes.
I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room.
And that's why you thought he looked suspicious.
Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card.
Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far.
That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
So, you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing. Suddenly, he pointed a knife at me.
What?
Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and let out at him.
Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him?
Do unto to others before they do unto you. My father's own words, sir.
Do them dirty in front of their dad. That's what my dad always said.
What happened then?
Well,
my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here.
Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim who he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died.
That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say.
Oh my god, an impersonator killed Detective Goodman.
That is. I did say something along those
lines. But you still ended up here.
They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room.
That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly.
No, but the videotape is quite clear.
Huh?
Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on tape.
Keep your voice down.
And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it.
Also, ma'am, don't misgender Emma. No thanks, I have my own. Well, guess we better go to check out the crime scene. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives' desk. It's Police Chief Gant.
And you're sure this is all, hmm? You know what it means if there's anything missing.
Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Oh my god. I see.
Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal.
Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief detectives look a little flustered.
Ah, right, oh my boy. How you been? Swim much?
Oh. Chief Grant reporting for duty, sir. Why'd you salute him, Mr. Wright? Is Edgeworth going to be okay?
Oh, will they? You know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him.
Sounds like an inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year.
You mean the incident on Gourd Lake?
It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? But I cleared his name. And you got someone else found guilty in that case, righto?
That's my job. Literally, it's my job because of this kangaroo court's rules. It's not innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty until we prove someone else guilty. You have to... This justice system is fucked up. Von Karma.
A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught. You fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence.
Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence.
In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say.
We didn't.
Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation.
Good luck.
Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
What? I don't care.
It's downright odd, I tell you. They're the detective getting killed on their turf, too. I mean...
There being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that.
I'm a lawyer. This is my case. I have to know the evidence to the case. That's the rules.
And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive. I can't talk about it.
I wasn't expecting much anyway.
Ugh.
If I were a real lawyer, I'd be so much more pissed.
You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detective's trap shut.
Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier.
Oh, you saw that. Whoopsie.
I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Can I go to the fucking evidence room now? No. Maybe I can bribe him with it. Nope. Ah, son of a bitch. This again. What else would he be doing? I have an idea. It's a long shot, but maybe. Nope. This guy, he's like the parrot. He's gonna be important somehow. He's gonna be like the fucking smoking gun for this whole case. It's like the murderer was hiding behind a blue badger, and that's why Lana Skye was wearing gloves. It's like Phoenix Wright. He uses the fucking Chewbacca defense. Nope. I don't know. What else can I present on? More shit. The day that Detective Goodman's body was found in the trunk. So this means I'm a free man, innocent. If this is a dream, sir, and I hope I never wake up. If this is a dream, you'd better wake up right now. I don't... This guy is... Where am I supposed to go? I wanna... Yeah, let's see. This guy, right? Ooh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here. Of course not. Well, except for this. Oh. What? He kept something. Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item. Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. That was the so that was the last thing he did. Can only be submitted to the chief of police. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. You can't do that unless you go to the evidence room, but you can't go to the evidence room unless you get permission. And how do you get permission? You gotta talk to... Ugh. ID 59, and the 9 is scribbled out. What could this mean? All new time. Still nothing. Still not there. A punchy? A poncho. Let's just walk in. It won't open! You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Ah. Can't check out the crime scene on... Wait a minute. If that's the only way in and out, then maybe... Yeah, it's worth a try. Where am I supposed to go now? Where should we begin? I can't go to the evidence room. I want to talk about Zebra's evidence room. Ah. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor.
Oh, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help.
I was wondering if we can investigate the evidence room.
Now, righto.
Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate.
Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish one, huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50. No problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out.
Just goes to show, you never know until you ask.
And for you, here, you can borrow this.
Hey, this is a Checkers ID card, isn't it?
That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir. It's an honor.
You just weren't loving your best now. Later, folks.
It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go to the evidence room now, sir.
I think this place is a bad influence on the girl.
Yeah. So I guess we don't actually have to give that And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina sky so gray?
So that's why he gave us the card, because he knew we wouldn't be able to get in without this guy's permission. Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him?
What's that? Why does it have to be him? Look for. As you may have surmised, this here is my saloon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw. You're not a sheriff anymore, fucker.
Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene is awaiting.
Oh, looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions.
Sorry, cowboy, but I go no mind to tangle with you on race.
You're busy then?
Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you.
Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with this home race. I'll give you the steak after I check out the crime scene. Quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Ryan. You can't scare me. Oh! Whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish spot? Hook, if anyone asks me something, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that's true.
So, chief of police, yeah. Will loan anyone $50? Even me?
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for the day.
Just for the day? Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission for the chief, so now you're boss for a day.
Gee, thanks.
First of all, you'll want to have this.
Ooh. That means there's blood. Okay. You know what? Fuck him. I'm giving the steak to you, Gumshoe. You've earned it.
Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing.
That's fine.
You bet it's fine, pal.
Fine. I'll show you my badge.
Here's my attorney's badge. You show that to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show the police badge. Enough said.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. But yet, whatever. Okay. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps?
There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SO incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there?
Another piece of SO9 incidents. I wonder what shape these pieces are in before, where whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together?
Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
Well, your hands are too big. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest of it in place. Yay, another minigame. Oh, for that? Okay, so you do one at a time. Could be. Oh. 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 Like how there's no tutorial for this, because like, you know how to do jigsaw puzzles. I swear I know how to, do puzzle. What? What? Oh, I just have to tap it, okay. Huh. Wait. There. Haha! Your Honor, League of Legends. Go. I can't do that. It has to be. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, that should be easy. It's like a... Huh. Oh. This one. There. Yeah. Like, why can't I rotate the vase to make it easier for me to see where how the pieces would attach? Ah. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are still missing.
Yeah, I got that far too in the 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it.
Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still.
It doesn't look like the most stable kind of jaw.
I can't understand how it got broken. Unstable jaw. I am also unstable. Paint. Oh, look! Blood! What was this? Blood! It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright! What if there are other bloodstains after the groove? We should use our testing flute to check it out. Yeah. More blood. Hey, look. They're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this while he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That was the murder weapon in the SL9 incident. The guy's head slammed into jar. Guy's head was jar was smashed on the guy's head. Huh, a hole. This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right? Looks like this thing was supposed to have 3 handles. A moss-covered 3-handled family gradanza. Okay, time to just give things a... Oh! That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective?
Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien?
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
Oh! So it is recent. I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, Detective?
This locker, it's mine. It's yours? Please, you have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly.
Honestly, Gumshoe's right to be paranoid about this because, like, people have been arrested for less than that. Like, oh, you, This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. Based. What? But you're a detective. Gumshoe, much like Harry Dubois, is a cop that hates cops. Fuck the police. You heard me. Oh, what? I can't spray that arrow. Do I have to calibrate the fake DS touchpad? Oh! More blood. Whew! Why am I getting reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant.
Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? It's called luminal testing.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Huh?
I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
Where you got this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. I think that's everything. Blood, blood, blood. So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day?
That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here, in the police department.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again.
I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal.
You have a locker in there too, Detective? You just saw it. Oh my god. Do you have the object permanence of a baby? Only you can open.
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SO9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Well, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Oh my god, he has a... Is that his girlfriend? He's got an extra trench coat. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? Handles. On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. Isn't it possible to cut off your own fingerprints, though? In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. I wonder if I can examine a whole ass... Well, that's it. Take this. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Ah, so he's a Westaboo. Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Okay. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence stream, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, but I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So... I'm almost 14. So what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. I doubt it was an actual horse. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. AI? You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli sneaking next to your steak, you know? Come on, the broccoli's good for you. Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. Wow, drinking hole. That's nasty. You're still investigating the SO9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it anyway? I've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina.
Well, actually, I don't know how. Maybe it was like, an entire family was murdered. That would probably warrant the death penalty.
Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
2 days ago. The day of our case.
That's right. The evidence transference.
Edgeworth was talking about the transferals, too.
I know what maybe 2 of the machines we here today.
Only 2 of them. There must be a dozen.
Like I said, baby, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower on my steaks.
Do you eat any vegetables, my dude?
The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras.
Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned.
If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might.
You're the security guard, and you reckon?
One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card.
Goes to the card reader by the door.
The card reader reads a record of every ID card that passes through.
Oh, goody. I think that one is Goodman's. 5:14. That was 1 minute before his time of death, so it would have been impossible for him to have been stabbed in the parking lot. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before.
Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some I can prove that record's tied to a stabbing. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about?
We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake.
So what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transfer. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after the case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated.
And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. So apparently there's something that I gotta do that'll prove. See this? This is the victim's ID card.
Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot.
The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing.
What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Display his ID card. If he had his ID card, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? That was an impersonator. And that impersonator, he's the true killer.
Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I could give you this ID card record.
I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. That's all, I gotta mosey along. Bruce Goodman. Oh, that's good, so, Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the step.
I heard the rumors. So, it was Goodman who came here at the time of the murder.
Whoa! What is it?
That second number.
It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What? What? Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? And why does he have an ID number? Which one's your ID number, though? Chief of Police, have you ever... Well, obviously Meekins would have been in the evidence room. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. But... Come on, move it along. Yep, Westaboo. What do you know about the evidence lockers? What do you know about this unstable jar? Okay. Let's try the evidence room. Wait. Maybe I just ask him that extra thing. I can't talk to Ashford. No, wait. Let's ask Mia what we gotta do. Whatever. Damn it, I already went through this. Edgeworth, but I can't find Edgeworth. Oh wait, I know what to do. Oh, Edgeworth, I'm gonna take your shit. I'm touching all your stuff. Damn it. Huh. I don't know what to do. Wait a minute. Oh boy. Do I just have to present it twice? And I can't ask him about that? Nope. He was parked at 5:12 p.m. 40 p.m. 30 minutes. 4:20. Some sort of bulky equipment that's got industrial. What's a sorry looking fishing pole that is? That's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that something before.
Right, pal, that's that metal detector. Ooh, the one that led to solving the solving of that case out on Gourd Lake, remember?
Yeah, and it also is the one that, solved the... got Von Karma sent to jail. Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before.
Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. For 2 hours?
That cheap-looking box?
You can't judge a person by a machine or by the cover. You gotta look at the heart.
Target practice.
Oh!
Oh. Oh. Wow. Oh, I want to spray. Oh, I'm such an idiot.
Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coded with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? It's evidence. Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if you closed it. So, they must have taken the contents elsewhere.
Seriously, dude.
Someone left a glove here, but only one. Evidence. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know.
I mean, that's all mine. Does have a tag on it.
Ah, finally, more evidence.
What else am I missing? 1. Why are some of the pieces missing? 2. Doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar.
Maybe it's art. Modern art.
What is the sewing paint doing here?
Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression.
True art? I noticed there's a blue and yellow paint there.
Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio.
Here? In the evidence room.
Detective Gumshoe is very talented, very underappreciated.
Yeah. Very powerful. No blood. The only thing to inspect is that the tag says SL-911. Because this is another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing.
Huh? What's so confusing about that? Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, sag? Sag? Is that a word? You challenge me? What, are we playing a word game now?
Oh, didn't know about the fucking word wizard in town. The word expert. What the hell am I missing, Emma? Well, I'm moving. Come on, just get me to day 2 of the trial. I'm not looking up a walkthrough again. I'm doing this by myself. I guess I'll just keep showing shit to Gumshoe. Something's bound to happen.
Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Can't release from that. Okay, we already done that. Yeah, we already did them about this.
This is my crowning achievement. My masterpiece, you might say. But, art is always misunderstood, pal.
Art?
He was dancing proudly on the day of the awards ceremony, but there were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony, so they took the Blue Badger away for a while.
Really? Why?
Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful. I toiled night and day.
I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. Okay, so he doesn't care about that.
Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone, because the SL9 connection, that was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago.
So he's the one who got that innocent man killed.
That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
Well, why would evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case.
This is why I don't support the death penalty, folks.
That's the photo that Miss Star took.
Anything you can tell us about it?
That Miss Star's quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened.
16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. Oh, I wouldn't give to see 16-year-old Gumshoe. Not in a weird way, I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school, too. Shoot. Nothing.
You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents.
No, the police department lacks faith in its lock system.
After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office.
Okay, I've gotten all I can out of Gumshoe. Gumfuck. Not getting anything out of this guy. you know what? Just to be thorough. I already did that. Already did it. Yeah, that's all I'm going to Beacons. Meekins works here, right? Surely he'd have an ID number. Surely he'd... Yes, the apple, we know that. Already showed him that. This guy doesn't know shit. Did I already ask her about this? Yes, I did. I hate this woman. Hmm. Okay, you know what? I have an idea. I have an idea.